Make sure to hit that
All right,
like
everyone,
button
here we
and
go. We got the
subscribe.
Raptor 250 sitting behind us. This project is moving along, isn't it? All right, rear swing arm with the tires and wheels still on it. What we're going to do is probably keep these tires. They look like they are a AT20 by 11.9 ITP 6-ply whole shot. Look like there's plenty of life left in the tire still. So we'll probably just keep these, deflate them, of course. Should have not blew out like balloons. We're going to get this swing arm painted black. Going to see what I can do with that buffing wheel and bring this axle back to the natural silver look that it should have. Going to leave the spring silver. I'm going to retap. I'm going to tap a hole into this carrier bearing. It's well, it doesn't have any play in it. And I'm going to tap a hole here, and I'm going to put grease zerks in there so I can grease the areas that it bounces. I don't see many people do that, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. Shouldn't hurt anything. Let's get this bad boy hooked up and spraying. Saw my wife's legs and it took off running out of it like. All right, let's get it rolling. Let's see if I can get her feet. Here we go. Looks a whole lot better than what it did before. Got a lot of that gouging out of there from the chain when it has jumped off. It's not going to look perfect. I don't expect it to look perfect, but I got a whole bunch out. Once I get this sanded down really good rest of the way and hit it with the filler primer, it should take a lot of these imperfections out and look a lot better. It's not need to be a show bike, just needs to be functional and look good. We're going to get the carrier bearing next. Here's the carrier bearing. I've already sanded the top part. I'm just going to go around the outside and get that nice and smooth around through there the best I can. I have to be careful not to get too close because this side is a little bit more gouged. And say it's going to look all good when we're done. Voila. Went around it, made it a little bit more smooth as best as I could without going too deep or making this wall too thin. It's kind of about as limited to the best that I can get it right about now. There you go. Grease zerk. All right, everyone. So what we got going in today's video is we are going to hit the swing arm, the hubs, the brake assembly, the chain sprocket holder, and the disc brake holder all with primer. We're going to get all those parts primed. The same process as we did with the frame. It's going to be a filler primer, high build primer that hides imperfections very well. The plan is for this swing arm to look a whole lot better than what it did in the last video that showed me cleaning it up. The swing arm is going to be black, like the rest of the frame, and all these parts are going to be red. I'm going to hit them with an enamel paint and a gloss enamel clear, and we're going to see how it holds up. I do know the 2K clear that I've used on cars holds up very well, but I figured let me just figure out if this is going to work for us. If it does, good. If not, I enjoy hobbies, and it'll be nothing for me to take this back apart next year and redo it. But we're hoping that's not the case. So these few items have turned out great with the primer. 2 to 3 coats of the filler primer on there has taken out a lot of the imperfections, and it has definitely made them look a lot better. I believe that they're going to look amazing once these are all red. And as far as the swing arm, just look how much of a difference that is. So many imperfections have been filled. The worst I have here is this run there, but overall, this is all of the filler primer has definitely taken care of a lot of these imperfections. So we're going to get this hit with some black here in a couple minutes when this is all dried and set up. The filler primer doesn't take long to cure, so we're in the plus on that. And we're going to have that black, take this out of the room, and then we're going to do those red. While we're waiting on those to dry and cure, I'm going to hit this wire wheel and see if we can take some of this ugly oxidation and things off of this axle. So here we are. We are not perfect. I don't worry about these areas so much, but the part that's showing, but we are definitely an improvement over how it was. This is all I'm looking for. Now let's get some paint. So here we go, all red and all black. Gonna let this dry for a day. Come back out here tomorrow when everything is cured pretty good, and I think it looks absolutely phenomenal. Two coats of color, 2 coats of clear. Might throw a third one on when I cut the camera off, but you all make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.